Charlie, let's talk about goals. I love goals. That's why I like football. You've scored loads lately. I think it's 17 in 9 games. You've scored in each of those 9 games. Are things falling into place? Are you starting to see a return for a lot of the potential that you saw when you first came in those attacking, forward and midfield areas?
Yeah, I think if you look at probably the last 9 games, what we've performed, the performance have been at, we're starting to see what we've been doing on the training pitch. The partnerships, the relationships that the players are coming to form, and ultimately they're getting results. The way they're playing, the way they've, really buying into what we've tried to get from them has been incredible. And let's say we want to try and continue that from now to the end of the season.
You'll always have a chance, I guess, when you possess goal threat, and you've been turning goal threat in recent weeks into goal scored. I've just been talking to Bosun for a while. He's got 3 goals in 4 appearances. Jayden Stockley's got 3 in his last 2, I think. That being able to put what you've seen in training out onto the match pitch and actually get the results, how important is that? Yeah,
but I think it's also as well is that the lads have. I think it comes more on in the games. What we're trying to see is that they're believing in what they're doing. They see the process, they see the success that they're getting, and that's given them the opportunities. Bosun now is starting to add goals to his game. Stockley is always going to score goals because he's a striker. He knows where the net is. It's other people chipping in that you need. You need your Phoenix Pattersons. You're needing your Gradens, or my Cherries to get goals for you. No, it's always good to have people scoring goals. We obviously scored 4 at the weekend, but disappointed to concede 2. We have to try and eliminate that by not conceding goals. But if we're scoring 4 and 5 a game, then obviously it's a different matter. But I would like to see us keep a clean sheet and nick a 1-0. So no, listen, we feel like we're going well. Still a long way to go. We're positive what we're doing. We're looking forward to the game on Saturday. And it's another big week for the club and for the team.
I think the sort of goals against is going in the right direction in the same way as the goals for is going in the right direction. But you made the point about clean sheets there. I think your last 2 clean sheets have been worth 6 points to you. Does that tell us all the sort of importance of one of those shutouts?
Yeah, and that's what it does. But also as well, it shows the character that the lads have got when they do, like say against Wigan, go 2-1 down, they reset themselves, they keep going to the plan and what we're trying to do, and ultimately they get the rewards for the performance. But again, let's say clean sheets gives you an opportunity to win football matches. So, once if we do that and we can build on that, then if we can do that from now to the end of the season and keep clean sheets, then let's say it'll give us a better performance and better opportunity to win the game.
You've got another one of those little runs, haven't you? A couple of draws and then that victory. So it's a 3-game run without defeat. Is that important psychologically?
Yes, it is. I think it's about not losing games, and I believe in this team and what we're trying to do. I think that we're in a good place. We're going to Stevenage, who's 6th in the league. Steve Evans, huge respect for him. Over 1,000 games as a manager, probably the experienced manager against the rookie, really. But that's a challenge you come into. It's I think he's had 9 promotions as a manager. It's incredible what Steve Evans has done at Stevenage, and we have to be on our mettle, because if we don't, then they've got players in that top end of the pitch that can hurt you.
He's got a certain way that his teams play, and almost I think a mindset and an ethos that they have, and how do you deal with that? Do you have to prepare differently because they are quite different?
Absolutely. We prepare for every team on a different way. We understand what they do. They're very good at what they do. Steve's had a lot of success with that. But again, they have got people in the top end of the pitch who can hurt you if you don't win battles. You don't match second balls. You don't want to fight. They've got your Roberts. They've got Hemmings. In the forward areas that can hurt you, and we have to have the perfect performance if we need to get anything out of the match. So our lads will be prepared, we'll be ready, and we look forward to another challenge against a team that have been magnificent, coming from League 2 up through promotion and really having a go at League 1.
Do you think Stevenage show the importance of that goals against column? I think they've only conceded 34, and maybe there's only 3 teams who've conceded fewer.
Absolutely. Like I said, you keep clean sheets, and you've got players on the top end of the pitch who can nick your goals and win your games. Well, that's a good thing for me. And Steve's got them well organised. hard to beat, but I've got players in the team that they can hurt you on their day, and we'll have to be ready because he's done a wonderful job there.
From your point of view, from your team's point of view, you've drawn quite a lot of games, not just under your management, but across the season, particularly away from home.
Yeah.
Are you at the point where it's worth gambling a point to go for all three, given where you are in that table?
Of course, yeah, we have to look at that, and we've done that Saturday where we went with 2 attacking wing backs. But again, it looks at what we're playing against, what players that we have available that's going to affect the opponent. No games in football is the same. It's 2 different opponents, from Wigan to Stevenage. So we'll pick a team that we feel that's going to be best suited for us to go there and get 3 points. Ultimately, you set out for 3 points every week, but when you're away from home and there's an opportunity, maybe if you get a point, then it's always a point on the board, and it's another point further to what we're trying to achieve.
I know you said consistently all along, Charlie, all the time we've been talking that you're only really bothered about the table at the end of April when there's no more games left to be played.
Yeah.
You've got 10 left. There's 30 points to play for. Do you have in mind what you're going to need, or what you think you're going to need to pull?
Yeah, we know what we need, what we're going to need. We know what performances we're going to have to produce from now to the end of the season. The games that are coming up are big games. I went to Cheltenham on Charlton Tuesday night. I went to see both teams. So the oppositions that we're going to have are good oppositions, but I like to focus on what we can do to really affect the game. And if my team are playing the way I know they can, then I know the opposition will have a tough afternoon.
And I'm getting the distinct impression that you feel like you've definitely seen enough, particularly in recent weeks on this little run that you've gone off on with the performances that they've put in. That although the people on the outside might be looking and going, 7 points, that's too many, you guys firmly believe that you can turn this round and get out there.
I stayed enough in second half against Wigan, one of the best teams in the league, on Saturday, to believe that my players are really understanding what we're trying to do. We have good players. We just have to try and get a consistent performance out of it, and that comes from the staff, the players. I trust them. I'm excited for the games. The training is, when you've not got Tuesday, Saturday, it's a long week. We're looking forward to the games because I think ultimately at the moment I want my players to come and show their best on a Saturday or a Tuesday evening, and hopefully we can do that most days from now to the end of the season.
Can that adversity, can that people writing you off, giving you not much of a chance, can that be motivational? Can that actually in weird ways help?
Oh, that's what we're using. We're using that everybody's wrote us off, that we're already relegated, we're down with the other teams. We believe what we have, what we can do, and we focus on what we can achieve and what we can do within the group. There is obviously obstacles from now to the end of the season in terms of opposition you're playing against, but you have to adapt. You have to believe that your players can bring a level of performance against any opponent in the league that can hurt them. And if we do that from now to the end of the season, and we bring the performance that we know we can do, then it will give us a better chance of winning football matches.
Have you got anything new to report in terms of availability or unavailability?
Yeah, we got a couple of injuries. We're going to lose Ronan Coughlin probably for 4 weeks with a broken foot. Broken toes really. So, yeah, huge blow for us, huge blow for him. But we'll adapt. We've got players in the squad and ready to go. I mean, what I will say about Ronan is he's been nothing short of magnificent since we've come into the building. His energy, his enthusiasm, his goal scoring. He's seen everything that he's done at Waterford last year. What he's brought to our table. He gives us a good pressing ability in the forward areas. He will be a loss to us, but again, I keep saying trust these lads that are coming in to come and do the job. So yeah, that's a blow. Callum Dolan's back on the grass, training, running. So apart from that, really, we've got a full squad, and I'm delighted to have them all ready and fighting for the last 10 games.